What up, guys? Today I'm going to give you 6 different ways to tell the difference between a real versus fake Travis Scott. If you guys haven't seen the recent videos and understand the story about what happened, the whole situation, you can go back. A lot of people were asking, yo, Mike, why'd you pay so much, bro? Why'd you use eBay? Yo, man, why didn't you just use StockX? Yo, bro, you too smart for this. Come on, what you doing, man? And I think a lot of people forget this package was lost originally. So quick little story time. I was supposed to get my Travis's in yesterday. Then they're supposed to come in today. Now it says delivered. Nobody knows where my package is. And it's like, bruh.
We see, sir, that your package, delivered. You could just submit a
Request, bruh. What? So right now I'm just like sitting here like, dude, what? Come on, bruh. What's up? So currently, I don't have them. And the reason that I paid more is because I saw authentic pictures. I saw dude have them in his hand saying, okay, I'm gonna ship these to you. You're gonna get these in advance to do an early review, which we all know probably would have got 100,000 views. So that's the whole story. Super simple, straight to the point. And a lot of you were wondering, yo, Mike, how you know it's fake? Like, come on, bro. I've gotten a package from DHL and it's been authentic. And it wasn't even that. It was more of the smell. You know, what I could smell from it smelled like a fake. You guys know I've done previous tons of real versus fakes. I know the differences for the most part. And immediately I got that smell. But then later back, checking it out, I was like, wow, man, I really don't know. But that smell, that one smell is always a dead giveaway regardless. So let's get into the 6 differences that I noticed. You know, the scariest part about these two is actually the boxes are the same size, which is very, very unusual. Like, that's never the case. But you guys can see right here, both boxes are exactly the same size. Now the differences within the box, the things that you can spot, but someone could be smart. People know how to finesse. They could have a real pair, switch the box, ship you out the fake pair, have you finesse. But I'll show you guys some really great ways to tell the difference so you don't get finessed. Number 1 being authentic box on the top. You can see the difference in the two. The authentic box has the price tag on it. The fake box does not. And most importantly, when looking at these two, fonts are almost exactly the same. There's really no way of telling. But looking closer at these, you can see on the barcode, the fake pair, the barcode is a lot bigger. Letters are just kind of spread out a lot more, and there's just more room on that white versus on the real pair. That's not the case, so boom. Make sure you look out for that. Other than that, I didn't see anything else kind of irregular through the box. They look exactly the same, but that barcode is super important, so be on the lookout. As far as the shoes are concerned, just having them in hand, if you haven't had a retail pair in hand, you really wouldn't know the difference. The fake pair's over here, by the way. But having them both in hand, you notice small little subtle differences. Now the real pair has the perfect stitch. It matches exactly with the real pair. As far as the laces are concerned, very similar, not much of a difference. It literally is the same lace bag. Usually that's a big indicator. Now I will say the lace bags look a little bit bigger, but honestly, not really. The real authentic pair has a tighter lace bag. Like, the bag is just a lot tighter and more snug in there. Which, if you remember the Royals back in 2015, each lace bag was different, so I can't say that they had quality control over that. So that's not really a sign. But what I did notice is underneath the shoe, I would assume most of you guys are gonna be buying these dead stock. What they did is they messed up. The fake pair has the stars that are embossed and they're popping out way too much, versus the real pair, it's a lot more subtle, very smooth, not as noticeable. And that's huge, because a lot of you guys that get pairs in, you're gonna notice that immediately, because that's a huge flaw, which is a good thing for me and you to know. The sole really tells it all as far as the grooves are concerned. The authentic pair almost looks like it's already been worn, in a sense. Like, the grooves are so worn down, but that's just how they are. The shoe's never been tried on. But the fake pair, on the other hand, nah, man, it's really like the stars and the grooves in the sole just really pop out, and that's just a no-go. The 4th thing that I was really on the lookout for is the authentic pair on the inside of the pocket. There is a white stitch that goes across. Versus the fake pair, I looked on both pairs. It's all black. There is no white stitch in there. And that's what I'm saying as far as these subtle little differences. If these are on your feet, the fake pair, nobody's gonna just like, open up your Travis Scott pocket. Is that white stitching in there? So if you bought a real pair, make sure you look out for that. If you could confirm that for me, it's my pair from Nike right here. On both sides, there is a white stitching. In the fake pair, there's no white stitching. It's all black. And I think that's a huge difference. That can really help you know what's real and what's fake. The next thing to look out for is the inside tag. So on the authentic pair, it is the old original tag. You know, Nike is doing that whole where you can scan it and verify if it's legit. The fake pair actually has that barcode on it, but the real pair does not. And the real pair production dates are 12/4/18 through 12/25/18. So damn, these been made a while ago. Versus on the fake pair, where we have the newer Jordan tag, and it also reads 12/18/18 and then 02/13/19. As soon as you get them shoes in, man, check that code. Now, there are going to be different production dates, but for the most part, I would assume they're around this time. And then I'd say for my last way of identifying if they're real versus fake, look at the inside of the tongue tag. On the fake pair, you have a bigger, bolder font. It takes up more of the tag versus the real pair. It's smaller, it's still bold, but you can really tell the difference. I mean, especially looking at the B-roll. Same goes for the Nike Air on the front, a lot bolder on the fake pair versus the real pair. It's a little slimmer. Other than that, as far as bonuses on looking at the shoe, I noticed the Nike on the side of the shoe, the fake pair is actually a lot smaller versus the real pair. Takes up a lot more room, just a lot bigger. So they definitely messed that one up. Now, I don't know how many different versions of fakes there are for these Travises. So they always got like tons of different names. I don't even know what the names are. There's tons of different quality versions, which is weird to me. But I don't know what version this is. I don't know if this is the best version. I don't know if this is the worst version. This is just what I noticed from this pair specifically. And I think most importantly on the back, people are gonna be looking for that. But I can't say that you can really see that big of a difference because who really knows about the quality control on these, you know? They're both embossed. I noticed on the real pair, it's a lot more detailed. I'll give you a B-roll so you guys can kind of be the judge behind. So as I was editing, I was looking over and there's just one more thing that I wanted to point out. So on the fake pair, you see the stitching doesn't go all the way to the Nike, and on the real pair, it does. It's going all the way into the Nike. And as far as, I didn't really get too good of B-roll for the length of the Nike on the bottom, but the real pair is a lot longer than the fake pair. So just really be on the lookout for that. And one thing I didn't even notice is you can clearly tell the difference on the back. Like you can see how much more detailed and embossed this is versus the fake. And even, you know, here's some small stitching that's terrible. Fake pair, real pair looks a lot cleaner. I mean, even on this real pair, you can see the stitching looks a lot thinner. It's still clean. Even on the real or the fake pair, it's clean, but it's just wider. So those are some of the things I suggest you look out for. Even as far as height, there's a small little height difference, like very, very small, which you probably wouldn't notice. I don't even know if you could compare that to your other Jordan 1s, but yeah, man, just be on the lookout for those things because they are super important. And in my opinion, I think the biggest tall tales are definitely the bottom with that whole grooves. The fake pair has those really emphasized, like sticking out grooves versus the real pair is a little smoother. It has the grooves, but it's not as much as the fake pair, which I know gets kind of confusing. And then of course, you know, that whole white stitching. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. You guys can see that small little white stitching, and it's on both sides of the real pair. And the fake pair, I'll just show you. Absolutely no white stitching whatsoever. So just be on the lookout, man. This is the hottest shoe of the year. Of course, everybody wants it. I mean, I didn't mention the whole cactus jack on the side because it's so subtle and something that you can't really notice, but it's on the fake too, and it's just as good. And there you guys have it, man. Real versus fake. Let me know. Hopefully this saved a few of you or will save you in the future. Like I said, these really are good. I would be a little bit concerned because there's some small things that they need to fix and you really wouldn't know the difference. Make sure to protect your money, man. And even in the last video I mentioned, like, sometimes when shoes drop and you miss them, it's kind of just like over because You never know. StockX has always had my back, so I mean, that's always a place you can go to. But I'm just saying, copying randomly from SR78 on Instagram, that dude probably finessing. And I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, hey Mike, what you doing with the fake pair, bro? Let me get those. Hey, let me DM you, let me get them. Hey bro, let me grab those. These are being sent right back to the seller. I think it's the funniest thing. And when people are like, nah bro, those are authentic. Like, come on bro, like, I'll take the, you can have the refund, just send them back. So that's a done deal. This is your boy Sneaker Life. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you in the next one.